Forever Lost. The magic numbers, and the magic number is 104.9.
Oh.
XFM. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me, Steve Merchant and Carl Pilkington. Right, 2 more shows. Till we're off air for, I don't know how long.
Is that 2 more including this one?
Yeah, no.
2 more after
yeah, no, it's like, this is 1, and then there's another one.
Right, 2 more
and that's
shows.
the last one, there's
Okay,
2
right.
more shows, yeah.
Including this one.
We're starting now.
Starting now.
If I'd have said this at the end, it might have been ambiguous,
That was
but I've
why
said
I
it at the
was
beginning, there's 2 hours, that's a whole show,
Right.
so there's 2 more shows.
2 more shows including this one?
Yes, well,
Okay.
obviously.
So 1 more show after
It's
this
only
one.
1:05.
After this show, 1 more.
Yeah, one more, yeah.
Next week there's 1 more show, that makes 2 altogether.
Oh, no, it's only 1 more show. Good night.
Okay.
Now, it better be a good one, Carl. Have we got, Rockbusters?
Yeah.
To win those prizes? Check. Have we got Monkey News?
Check.
Is it a real Monkey News, or is it something that's
is.
slightly made
Always
up that
is.
you... What?
Always is. Check.
Okay, Knob News?
Yeah, we've got a bit of knob news, yeah.
I'm worried that Knob News, because it's only about penises, is a little bit sexist. Have we got any fanny facts? Can we sort that out for next week? I don't want to alienate our female audience.
Welcome to Minge London. Good, I'm glad that's that. Well, brilliant. We've got a song with a story?
Yeah, doing that.
What is it?
I don't want to sort of tell you what it is yet, because
Right.
the song isn't that great, do you know what I mean? It's
good.
not a song
Good. Good.
that's like an XFM song, but every time I hear it on, say, like, Magic or whatever,
Yeah.
I have an argument.
105.4.
Yeah, I have an argument with Suzanne that, you know, what I think it's about, and she says, don't be stupid, it's not about that, and I'll say, no, it is.
And so we're gonna decide who's right.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what song you're talking about, and I don't know what the argument is, but Suzanne's right.
Definitely.
No
Well,
doubt about it.
We'll have a listen, but I'm hoping that once people sort of listen to it again with my thoughts, every time
Well,
I
this
hear it,
song sums up what people should think of you. It's don't believe a word. Alright? That's the sort of links I'm capable of.
If that doesn't bag us as Sony, then nothing wrong.
Thin Lizzy, don't believe a word on XFM 104.9. I'm gonna miss this show. It's been good.
You might be the only one.
No, well, you know, so we'll come back again. We've got a lot to do over the next few months, but maybe for Christmas or just after. But I still call Carl every day anyway.
Oh, sure.
I called him, a couple of days ago.
Of course you do.
And I went, it was the weekend, I went, what are you doing? He went, oh, just in Regent's Park and that. I went, what are you doing? He said, just going for, he went, oh, Jesus. I went, what? He went, a caterpillar just fell out of the sky. I went, what? He went, a caterpillar just fell out of the sky. God, it's there, it's wriggling around. I went, sure a bird didn't just drop it. He looked at it and went, oh yeah. There's a bird.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
For a moment, he thought caterpillars were raining from the sky.
I thought I was in Chicken Licking.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Why did you think a caterpillar had fallen out of the sky?
I don't know, it just startled me a bit.
I love Carl being
I
startled.
like the idea of him straight on the phone to Trevor McDonald. Look, Trevor, there's caterpillars, insects falling out of the sky. They're falling out of the sky now. Put it on the news, quick. Are you sure there wasn't a bird? Oh, there was a bird. Yeah, sorry, Trev. Bye.
But it was after, like, I hung up the phone and that from you, I sort of, sat there for a bit watching it.
I imagine him cross-legged, just in front of it.
But do you
On
know
the
what?
grass.
Because of his shape, the shape of his head, and his sort of IQ, I bet the caterpillar was thinking, Mama.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Go on.
And, it was sort of running about all over the place, right, Steve? So caterpillars have loads of feet and that, don't they?
Well, they have 6 legs. They're actually larvae of insects. They have 6 legs, but they have little sucker things to hold on to the back of cabbages and that.
No, they've got more than that.
They've
It's
got. I'll
loads.
tell you, they've got 6 true legs. Trust me. Trust me, I'm a scientist.
And you were thinking what, Carl?
Well,
But they've got little pods. They've got little pseudo pod legs and little suckers. Yeah.
But it was running about, like, everywhere, right, mental, but sort of running off to the left, and then it sort of went back to where it was, then back, you know, went right and what have you, and I'm just thinking, whoever gave them the legs, right, what's the point if they don't know where they're going and that? Do you know what I mean? If you can get
Imagine
about...
that sentence. Did you hear that sentence? Can we play that sentence back?
No, I don't think we can.
Imagine who gave him that legs.
Whoever gave him them legs, what's the point if they don't know where they're going and that?
And that. Always and that.
And that, but maybe you just, to be fair to the caterpillar, with all its legs, okay, and you know where it was going, it had just been plucked from its house by a bird, shot up into the sky, and then dropped from 80 feet. hitting the ground.
Onto the head of a weird, bald-shaved monkey.
It was probably concussed.
Yeah, it's one of them things again, though.
But it still knew more about the world than you. How does that make you feel?
I just think it's a waste of time having all them feet. It's the same thing as the,
Now it's got feet
yeah.
now!
It has a
the,
nightmare buying shoes, doesn't it, Carl?
all the, what was it you were saying about leeches and that? Because we were talking about insects.
Well, they're not
It's just all
insects.
these-
They're not insects.
What are they?
Well, I think they're probably, class are probably platyhelminth. Probably a,
Yeah.
sort of like a flatworm type thing.
That's
They
what you were
could-
thinking, wasn't it, Carl?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I don't know what the phylum is, but they'd be,
What was the leech, what was an interesting
Well,
leech fact?
there's an experiment, where you get a maze for a leech, and there's a bit of blood thing, and it eventually finds its way to the blood, okay, and then it knows.
Okay.
And if you put it back to where it starts, it knows where it goes straight towards it, because it's learnt it. If you liquidize that leech,
Right.
and feed it to some leeches who have never done the maze, because of a thing called chemical memory, they find their way straight to the blood.
That is extraordinary.
It's extraordinary.
Yeah.
I mean, it's incredible.
We should
but-
try that at Hampton Court one weekend. but maybe with some tourists. We'll just blend up some tourists.
Or the people on them, I'll tell you who would do it, those people who go on Celebrity Love Island.
Any of them.
They
they'd
will
be
do
happy for it.
anything to get
Yeah.
They will be liquidized. People have enemas, they will do they wank off pigs, they will do anything to get on
Yeah.
telly. What about that? Be liquidized and fed to another, get one D-celebrity slapper, liquidize her and feed her to another slut.
So we
and
blend
see
up
if she
Happy
can
Titmus.
find her way, and see if she can find her way to Channel 5.
Yeah.
What a brilliant show, hosted by Jimmy Carr.
Of course.
That'd be amazing.
The Kinks, Better Things on XFM 104.9, Steve Merchant, Ricky Gervais, Carl Pilkington.
But do you know this, we were talking about the leech thing.
Sure.
Right. You're saying put them in a blender.
I'm not saying that.
Well, someone did.
Yeah.
Why were they doing that in the first place? Do you know what I mean? How did they find out that if you put leeches in a blender?
I don't know, they probably kept
them to
notes.
another.
I don't know.
No, but what made them, were they just having a laugh? What made them go,
Was it a party? It was a
It was
couple,
a
couple of 40-year-olds.
No,
They were at a party.
it was a couple of research scientists. They'd been given £1 million, and the boss was coming round to say, what are you doing? And they were just making a smoothie, and they went, quick!
See,
Mr.
this is-
Yakamoto's come round, throw in some leeches! What are you doing? Just leeching.
Just feeding these leeches to some other leeches. Alright, well that looks like science, I'm off.
well, that's what they
Here's
do.
another £1 million for
Yeah,
next
yeah,
year.
yeah,
Bye!
Yeah.
That's how they work, though, isn't it? A lot
Yeah,
of these
that's
scientists.
exactly how they
No,
work,
I'm
that's
just
it.
saying they're getting away with murder.
Go on.
Well, just the way they do sort of spend loads
And
of
you
time.
can't say anything in front of him because everything's got a point with him. You can't have a conversation with Carl because he always sort of puts in a curveball. You tell him something, and the question comes back that you never could have expected. When I told him that story about the monkey who'd run away because he had an argument with his father, he said, "What was it about?"
Yeah.
No one in the world thinks that. No one in the world would ask that question.
The leech thing. Do you
Yeah.
know how you said, show the leech the way to its bit of food, whatever it's eating or whatever,
Yeah.
in the maze, right?
Yeah.
It makes its way,
Yeah.
right? It eats the cheese or whatever. Right?
Blood.
Blood, right? And then you give it,
Everything's a cartoon
Yeah.
with Carl as well, isn't it? Everything is a cartoon.
It's a leech with a little hat and a little baby bell at one end.
but what happens if you got another one and
Yeah.
move the bit of blood,
Yeah.
right? So, feed those two leeches to one, then what, so is it gonna get confused, or, do you know what I mean? Which way will it go if it's eaten two leeches
Yeah.
that have done two different ways?
Yeah.
Is it sort of stressed out?
I don't know! I don't know. It probably knows both routes. It probably goes, well, there's one over here. Oh, there's one over here as well. I'm happy. I've had two for the price of one.
Right,
and,
okay.
I'm full of leeches.
Then what's the best that can happen for,
I
like,
don't, what are you talking about? What do you want out
because
of me?
I'm just saying, if by doing that, they can go, right, we can do this, we're humans. I'd go,
Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean in the name of Christ?
do it with
What do you
humans.
mean?
all I'm saying is, what's the point in doing it?
Think, what do you mean?
If you could do it with humans, I'd say,
But
well,
right, Carl, think about what you're saying, man.
yeah, I'm saying,
If you could do it with humans, do what with humans?
say if Einstein, right, didn't do all that maths that he did, right, say if he got to E equals, and then he died, squash his brain, give it to someone else, say, right, eat that, And they go, right, it's E equals MC squared, isn't it? What I'm saying is...
But they wouldn't. They'd go E equals, oh. Wouldn't they? If it was chemical memory, they'd go, oh, E equals, oh, yeah, same as Einstein said. Yeah, I just ate his brain. What am I saying? What have you made? Carl, think what you're saying. It's unbelievable. The thing is, right, you are what a scientist does. You just keep saying why, and what, and why, and what. But nothing's ever enough for you. Which is good. It's nice to have an insatiable...
I get annoyed with all the amount of time and effort that's put into stuff that's useless. What's the next stage to squashing that leech? If it's not going anywhere, forget it, work on something else. It's the same way in some science magazine I was reading about, is there anything smaller than a quantum electron or something?
Yeah.
It's like, if it's not getting in the way, don't worry about it. Why are they worrying about things we can't see?
If you blended up Carl's brain and fed it to someone, would it make any difference?
No,
they wouldn't even notice, would they? Wouldn't register.
You put it to a leech, and the leech would go, oh, I don't know what I was doing, I don't know what... Where was I going?
I'm even more confused.
I don't know.
Where do you stop, though? Supposing I came to you and said, Doctor, listen, I like the bollocks, I like the penis, but I don't like them where they are. I want them in the middle of my chest. I want breasticles. Yeah? The arse, I don't like it round the back, I can't see what's going on. Pop that on the front where the bollocks were. I want my arse where I can look down and see what's going on. Can you do it?
I think it's just easier to move the head, isn't it?
Carl, when was the last time you reminisced?
Well, my mum and dad have been round, haven't they, so been reminiscing a lot.
Yeah.
What were you thinking about?
We're just chatting about Tic Tacs.
One of the great memories, yeah. The happy memories.
Now, I used to love them
Yeah.
when I was younger.
Yeah.
My dad got a load of them.
What, this year?
No,
Just recently?
years ago.
Right.
Years ago when I loved them. I said I loved Tic Tacs, me.
Yeah.
He met one of his mates.
You didn't nick him from the sweet shop?
No,
that's what
he
you
knew
did,
some mate who could get his hand on a load.
Right.
And he
Thief,
must have
he was a
got
thief.
about he must have got about 30 crates of Tic Tacs.
30 crates of Tic Tacs?
Honestly, we'd have about 24 on each crate. We got them, stuck them in a cupboard under the, just in the kitchen in the corner.
Yeah.
Now, I worked my way through about 6 crates. I was quite happy.
In how long?
I don't know, in about 2 weeks, 3 weeks or something.
Right.
And then after that, I'm getting sick of these.
Right.
Yeah. You were minty fresh, but you
Oh,
were sick.
lovely fresh breath.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I haven't got that much more to tell you about it. It's just...
What do you
So
I
this,
just
sorry, whoa, bear in mind, this was something he was recently reminiscing with his parents about. They were sat around, and we've already learned up to an hour could go by reminiscing. Sat around for an hour, talking about the great
I've already
Tic
run
Tac
out of
saga.
responses. I've got
Yeah.
nothing to say about
No
that.
opinion.
I mean,
It was-
I was nearly going to say, what do you do with the empty little flicky Tic Tac boxes?
Yeah. But then
I
you
mean,
realise that that's utterly dull and boring.
well,
and not
I
of any interest.
was struggling. I don't know what this anecdote is, other than a bloke. Other than you said your dad, I like Tic Tacs, mate. He went, all right, I talked to Albert. Albert, you got Tic Tacs? I've got 30 crates, if that'll do, yeah? Yeah, I'll bring him round. Put him under cupboard. He's got through 12 crates. What's his breath like? Fucking lovely, but he's been sick all over the cunting place. Oh, do you want some more? No, of course we fucking don't. You'll talk about that in a few years' time. Of course we will, for about a fucking hour.
No.
Then we bring it up in an audio book.
But I think that's how we got onto it, because even though I tried to get rid of a load, I used to give them to mates, take them to school, say, have some Tic Tacs.
Yeah.
You can have them for free. We used a load in the cat litter tray.
No. No,
we
you
did.
didn't.
We did. It
No,
was
you
just
didn't.
ways of getting rid of them.
Jesus Christ.
Sort of freshy smell, isn't it? It's the
That's
same
amazing.
sort of condensity in that, isn't it?
Condensity. It is the same condensity.
Condensity.
Yeah, so I got rid of them like that. And then the weird thing was, even though I'd got shot of them all, you'd be backing up and you'd always hear one ting its way up the tube.
It's tinging its way up the tube. It's tinging its way up the tube. It's tinging its way up the tube. Ting tong, ping pong. It's tinging its way up the tube.
That sounds like something from Willy Wonka.
Oh
No,
God.
it's just I'm just demonstrating that because that's how many of them there were around the house. You'd drop them, they'd go in every corner and that, like Pac-Man or something. They'd be everywhere. You'd be backing
amazing.
up, tinging it up.
Sheila's getting married. Hannah gets confetti. Don't buy any confetti. Go to cupboard under stairs.
So yeah, that's a little memory there, isn't it?
It is a
Just
little
cropped up.
memory.
Now
It's a really little memory.
The strange Tic Tac house in Salford, where everything is made of Tic Tacs.
Wow, that must have been a hell
That's
of a time you had with your parents there. The
Oh.
old Tic Tac
No, but it's
reminiscence.
better. You see, you're saying, "Oh, what a boring story that is." But when
I
my
see
mum
you've
and dad,
re-gravelled the drive. Yeah, smell it. suck the drive if you want.
no, but it's different. When my mum and dad are there and they can remember that, and they're going, "Oh yeah, the Tic Tac incidents and stuff."
What's known as the Tic Tac incident.
The Tic Tac
Let us never speak of the Tic Tac incident.
Yeah, I just imagine the clock ticking. There, it's Christmas Day. They go, "What are you smiling at?" Oh, I remember it used to ting up the tube.
You should think about sending this to Hollywood.
Listen, what do you remember then?
What do
do
you
I remember?
That's
Wow.
an amazing thing to
That's
say.
a difficult question to answer.
Yeah, I don't. Nothing at all.
Carl, I know you like to be kept abreast of all the latest breaking science news. Did you read recently about the blind mice that they have been able to make see again? And hopefully they're whatever they did, which allowed these mice to be able to see again, they're hoping to be able to do with humans in maybe about 10 years' time, or at least begin tests. Extraordinary, isn't it, to be able to cure blindness would be a remarkable achievement in science.
It is, but it's just that thing how they say they've done it on mice and what have you.
Yeah,
If I was blind and I went in for the meeting with the doctor,
yeah.
and they said, "Do you want yours doing?" And then they said, like, "We've done it on mice," that wouldn't be good enough for me. I'd say, look, when the blind fella gets in, don't say we've done it on mice, just say we've done this on eyes. Because if he goes, "What eyes?" just say just a pair of eyes.
Yeah.
As soon as you say mouse's eyes, it's like, well, it's not the same. And it would make me go, "I'll leave it."
Yeah. And then you wake up and you can see, but you've got very tiny eyes right in the you've put in mice eyes. I'm scared of cats.
It's just eyes. I think I just don't like having my eyes messed with, and even if it was blind, you know, I wouldn't like it.
Right.
And I think mine are more active than most, my eyes.
What do you mean?
Well, I went for a what's her name, Steve. You don't know. I've had problems with my legs.
Oh, Christ Almighty!
He's the same. What are you? 33.
He's a
And you
hypochondriac.
talk like you're a
He's
70-year-old man.
honestly, the slightest thing, he's got time off work for this. We went to the dentist 3 times in 1 week. He goes, now his leg's rubbed 2 times a week for
No,
some
I don't.
reason.
I don't.
In and out of the kidney hospital, and they're going, there's no kidney stone, Mr. Pilkington. He's going, oh, right. Christ Almighty, do some fucking work.
No, the thing is, I've been, in the last, 30 odd years, I've been working hard, and I've let my body get run down a bit.
How have you, you're 30, what are you?
33.
Right, 33. Sorry to start off with such a hard question. But how have you been working for 30 years?
Well, I just have. I sort of I got on with it.
At 3? At 3?
No, I'm
Well, you
just
didn't
saying.
get on with anything at school, did you? Because you were just pitting about.
Yeah.
You weren't working
Yeah.
out there.
What was the first job you got? How old were you?
I was 15.
Right, okay, so you've been working for 15 years then. Okay, good.
Yeah, but I
right.
had my paper round when I was 10, didn't I? And that was hard graft. That's why I'm bald and that. Getting up at 4:30. It all adds up, doesn't it? All adds up. So anyway, I kicked my height when I was a kid.
He always says this, like it's a classic story that everyone should know.
Everyone
and
knows,
also
right.
the phrase "kicking my own height."
Yeah.
Explain what you mean.
Just kicked my height when I was a
Kick
kid.
your. No one understands.
You
Carl.
kicked your leg up to the
kicked
height
my
that
leg.
you were at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I
if
kicked
you
my
were,
height. It's not a well-known phrase. You can't just go, "I kicked my height."
so you're 4.5 foot, and you've put your toe up into the air 4.5 feet by kicking.
Yeah, but I landed on my back.
Right. Okay. Imagine seeing that in the playground. They go, get Carl Pilkington to kick his height. I bet he falls over like a
It
fucking
wasn't in the
penguin.
playground. My dad got me to do it in the garden.
Brilliant.
But why did you
He
fall
sold
over?
tickets. The neighbours were cracking up. Yeah.
Why did you fall over? Did you hit
I just
yourself in
didn't,
the
I didn't
head?
have kicked the height. And my leg got high up, but I was that chuffed that I got that high. I didn't think of putting my leg down again.
What did it look like? What the fuck did that look like?
He's got to think it all through. I thought it was automatic. In life,
It stayed there.
you sort of stay balanced.
Christ
But you didn't
almighty.
think, well, I'm loving this. This is brilliant. But what should I do now? I got my leg up. I'll just keep it up. Whoa!
It looked like a Hitler salute with his leg. What were you doing?
So anyway, I landed on my back,
Yeah.
and I did some damage, I think. and it's because
Definitely.
of that.
You sure you didn't land on your head?
And it's because of that, like all them years and what have you.
Yeah.
I've had like a trapped nerve in my leg.
Right.
So I thought, right, now's the time to have it done. Because when you get older, I mean, it was the kidney stone thing. Once you've sort of looked at, death and what have you, it just makes you think, got to start looking after
Do you
your
think you
body.
could die of the slightly bad leg that you've had for 15 years?
Well,
Do you think that'll eventually kill you?
well, it could do if I can't run away from danger quick enough.
Right. Again, you're thinking of Jurassic Park coming true.
Well, whatever then. I'm just saying, you've got
Yeah.
to look after yourself. If there's anyone listening
could
out
always
there
hop.
who's got a problem, get it sorted.
I'll tell you what,
That's all
though,
I'm saying.
if you have to fight off danger and you kick them, put the leg back down immediately after.
So anyway, I went to see this fella, to like a professional leg rubber.
Professional leg rubber.
Yeah.
And he sort of said a few things that were quite interesting. Remember that time when we had a chat on the last lot of like podcasts? I said, "Am I in charge of my brain, or is my brain in charge of me?"
Yeah, do you remember what I said? It's the most stupid thing you've ever said.
Yeah. Well, listen to this then. So I go and see this leg rubber,
Professional leg rubber, yeah.
right? And he is professional.
Yeah.
Right. so
Remember, a leg rubber. You haven't said doctor at any
Yeah.
point in this
He's a
conversation.
leg rubber.
So this however profound this is, it came from a man who is self-confessed professionally leg rubbing.
not just leg.
Does he do
back,
left and right? Or?
back rubbing as well? He does it all.
Right.
So I'm in
Professional
there,
rubber.
and I didn't mention about how I thought my brain was in charge of me and stuff. I'm lying there, he's bending me about and what have you. The first problem he came across is that my nerves aren't long enough for my
Right.
body.
I don't know.
My nerves aren't long enough for your body.
He was lifting my legs up and I was going, right, whoa, stop that a minute, that's hurting that. He's like, what do you mean? He said, I've only got them like just about...
Well, that's your tendons.
No, but your nerves are in your legs as well, and your tendons don't hurt, it's your nerves that kick in. It's your nerves that make you go,
Yeah,
"That
but they
hurts."
hurt because your tendons are being overstretched.
Well, I'm just telling you what he said. Right, so he lifted the leg up, and I went, right,
Was
stop
this
doing
above a
that.
laundrette, this surgery?
No, it's a proper place. He had like towels and all that on the...
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's got towels
Oh,
there.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Definitely a laundrette.
so I'm lying there.
Other people's towels.
He's got towels, underpants, bras.
halfway through he said, you haven't got 20p, have you, for the dryer? Okay.
So I'm lying there, and he lifts the leg up,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, that hurts a lot. So he said, oh yeah, short nerves. And I said, what do you mean? He said, your outside of the body is longer than your inside.
Right, he doesn't sound like a doctor. He does not sound like a
The
doctor.
outside of your body's
Yeah.
longer than the inside.
Lovely song there, Song for the Lovers,
Absolutely.
Neil Young, Man Needs a Made Off the Harvest album. What a beautiful song that
Beautiful.
is. Beautiful strings
Yep.
and everything. Well, you've got a song for the ladies coming up.
Song for the ladies later on as well.
That has set, the standard there.
Well, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Were you going to do a film review as well later? Have you still got that?
Well, I could do a film review now because
Well, if you've
it's quite a big.
I thought you needed to prepare, but I mean, if
No,
not-
it's quite a big film, and I've seen it, and it is, it's a great film. So
Okay.
I hope I can do it justice because it's a very okay. This week
What film is it going to be?
it's going to be Schindler's List.
Okay, and are you going to do a jingle for us?
Ricky's film review.
Okay.
This is a film by Steven Spielberg.
Yes.
And because it's in olden times, it's all black and white and that, except a coat that's red. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, it's about a bloke who's called Schindler, and because there were so many people he wanted to save, he had to make a list to get organised, and he tried to save as many as he could. And they made him sort of not make the bullets properly on purpose because and in the end they gave him a ring. It's the same bloke who made E.T.
Okay. Your review of Schindler's List.
Yeah.
And as ever, mark out of 10, please.
9. It was brilliant.
You really enjoyed it?
Yeah.
Okay. Did the fact that it was 3 hours long bother you?
No.
No? Quite like
No.
that? Okay.
Watched some of it on fast forward.
Okay. Carl, have you seen Schindler's List?
No, I'm surprised they managed to get all that in 3 hours.
Amazing, isn't it? Would that encourage you to see the film?
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, what would you give it a mark out of 10?
9.
You'd give it 9 as well? Okay, I'll tell you,
Just that red coat effect thing you're going
Yeah.
on about. That's
Yeah.
sold it.
You like that idea?
Yeah.
Well, that was just a mistake, apparently.
Apparently, they
Yeah.
probably just couldn't get all the colour out of it.
As I said before, if you've got a film that you'd like to have reviewed by Ricky Gervais, then email us, ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. and I'm sure he can.
Or even
work his
or
magic.
not just like the people, but what about the ones who make the films? Like, you know, the ones that actually make the film. What are they called? Hollywood.
Yes.
If they want me to do one for that coming out to sort of give it a little bit of a boost.
Yeah.
You saw me give away the tickets. That was selling.
Yeah, yeah.
So you know we can sell your product and we make it look like it's all editorial, but really, if there's a little bit of money involved, I can probably give it a 9 out of 10 instead of 4 or something.
Rick, would you do that without having seen the film?
yeah.
That's fine, because they wouldn't. They could just tell you what was coming up, and then you could just
If
review
they
it.
said this, give us a good review and here's 20 quid.
Yeah.
If they go, there's no money in it, I'll probably give it a bad
Well, let's
review.
just
to be
try
honest.
that. Rick, can I just try that now? Because I mean, a lot of people listening won't be necessarily convinced. Lord of the Rings. Let's imagine I've paid you now to review the forthcoming film Lord of the
Okay.
Rings. What do you make of it?
This is a brilliant film.
Yep.
And even though it's all about wizards and that, and there's people in caves called gonads, with beards, probably Robbie Coltrane's in it, because he's in the other one at the moment. And it's all swords and stuff, and there's some magic, but it is actually the Lord of the Rings, not just like, you know, just one of them. He's the Lord of it, and he's excellent in it. So,
Right, mark out of 10.
9.
Again, very popular film for you, Carl. Less convinced by that one, maybe.
That doesn't sound as good as
No.
as the other one.
Yeah. What are you gonna give it? 7?
Still give it 9.
You still give it 9.
Excellent, because we split it. We split the money.
Okay.
Excellent.
Good.
This is the eels. Sorry about that. That was a mistake. I know how shit that was, but it was too late to get it out of the CD player. That's Muse and Feeling Good. What do you think of that?
I'm not a fan of Muse, but I wasn't quite as venomous in my hatred
Don't
of
worry,
it.
we won't play that again.
No,
right.
well, no, let's explain the situation in the studio. There's a certain frosty air now because
What?
we ended up playing Muse.
Yeah,
it was,
so
you
I don't
know,
wanna
it was a
play that one.
mistake.
Yeah.
But it's not that bad.
Well, no, it's not as bad as Ricky
What?
thinks it. I admit it's not as bad as that, but I'm standing out of it because I'm not a fan of Muse. I wouldn't play Muse generally.
Well, I don't mind Muse generally, but I hate that.
What, you like Muse normally? I hate Muse.
Well, I don't hate them.
Says the man who bought the Like Funky Ones album.
Well, yeah, but I wouldn't play them on XFM.
I know, but Muse fits in. I mean, you're saying you want to play
Fits in, so
Radiohead.
playing a
They sound
Nina,
like
doing a
Radiohead.
Nina
It's a new-
Simone. Why don't we play Radiohead then? That's what I was saying.
You're
Let's-
playing Radiohead, but Muse is like Radiohead. There's not a big difference.
Oh.
Anyway, we're not going to argue.
There is a big difference. Phone in if you. What's the difference between Muse and Radiohead? What's the phone number?
What do you mean? What's the difference?
Well, yeah, let's just have a competition. Let's see if people can tell the difference between Muse and Radiohead. Give the number out.
Can't be bothered.
What can I?
So it's left to me to keep the thing afloat.
Yeah.
That's never good news. I went to see the White Stripes this week.
Good.
If anyone's interested. Anyone interested in that?
Go on, Steve.
White Stripes are absolutely amazing. I've heard all the hype. You know, I've not listened to the album. I went along to the gig, got a free ticket. Wasn't even £1 off. It was free, £10. I could have sold it outside the gig. I didn't. I went in, right? Couldn't take along a mate. XFM wouldn't let me. I went there on my own. You know, went in there. I have to say, I wasn't expecting much. They were amazing. They were absolutely amazing. I have to say this now. They were the best band I'd seen who I didn't know much about or whatever, like a new band. They were the best band I'd seen live since I saw a little band you might have heard of called Oasis for £5 at Coventry Poly.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's a long name for a band.
And it was amazing, and it's brilliant because it's just the two of them. Obviously, the girl on the drums, the guy playing the guitar. He's got a real kind of rock guitar skill. He really plays it up and down the long neck bit. I mean, I know all about the music and that, the terminology.
Yeah.
He was amazing.
Yeah.
Sometimes he plays like kind of steel with that steel pedal thing on his not steel pedal, the finger thing, the kind of thimble thing that some guitarists wear. I believe it's called a guitar thimble. I believe is the name for it. And he plays that like old bluesman would play. He plays that sometimes. Sometimes-
bluesman.
Sometimes he's got like a little electric keyboard thing, or piano, as I believe some people call it.
See, this isn't a review, this is listing the instruments.
all right. There's not many to get through with. There's some drums and a guitar.
What colour microphones were they?
Oh, I'm glad you asked.
Were they SM58s?
Anyway, the point is this.
Go on.
With just those few simple instruments, they
Yeah.
had this huge sound, a big rocky sound,
Yeah.
quality, kind of bluesy punk with a little bit of an edge into it. It was amazing. I have to say, I was a huge fan. And so I thought we could play a bit of White Stripes, you know, to
We
sort of
could.
commemorate that excellent gig.
I saw a band once, right? There was a drummer, had all the drums, big one at the bottom, two of the diddle-ums once, cymbals.
Yeah.
They were all mic'd up with different microphones, coming down the loudy speaks. I was at the back, it was still, wow, I can hear everything and that. Electrical, really. And a guitar. And a bass.
Can I do a gig review every week, like you do your film review?
No, good, yeah. Well, you just did.
Well, I'm about as well informed about music as you are about films.
Anyway, tell me how do you choose the playlist? Feeder, Just Today. Now, because we're running out of time,
Yeah.
because of that Muse shit we had to play, I think I'll say that's my feature. That PlayStation game sounds good.
Right.
Because that's the main music of the PlayStation 2 game Gran Turismo.
Right.
So I could incorporate that.
Brilliant.
Yeah, and I've still got to get in song for you've got to get in song for the ladies.
Yes.
At the end. Got anything else lined up?
Well, I mean, it's just that I've never seen you spiral into such despair after hearing Muse. I mean,
Well-
fair enough, is that they're not a great band.
Well,
but-
obviously we have to, there's a bit of a playlist we have to keep to, and we drop the records we don't like,
Yeah.
right, and play the ones we do, and that's fine. And if I don't care for a track, I don't mention it. I don't usually slag off bands, and I know we got to keep to a playlist. I don't know how they're chosen or anything, but there's one thing I didn't want to play. It's Feeling Good,
Yeah.
and it was already lined up, and there was no time, so I was genuinely annoyed because I don't mind like playing stuff that I wouldn't actually choose myself. That's all right, but we're not completely free played all the time. So the worst thing is I don't want to ever play Feeling Good again. I don't want to ever play Kashin again.
Kashin,
They're
I don't know what
banned.
Kashin is.
I'm thinking of putting a ban on Gorillaz. Anything you like to ban?
Basement Jacks.
Basement Jack. Oh, Where's Your Head At? We already dropped that.
Where's Your
We
Head
dropped
At?
that on purpose, didn't we? What else have we dropped today? That's what we saved people from. Do you know what I mean? Like playing 5 songs over and over again just because some record company wants it to be played. I mean, if I'm gonna play things I hate, pay me. You know what I mean? I'm willing to take bribes. Look, I've been sent some chocolates here by the lads out of Carter USM. Right?
Are they
And
still going?
Yeah, they got a gig at the Who's the Daddy Now tour, right? They're playing the Astoria at December the 14th. On December the 14th.
Oh my god, it's worth going along just to see how few people will be there.
Well, see, I wouldn't use play it, but they've sent me chocolate, so there's a plug. It's like, bribe me, not XFM.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Yeah.
get some out of this, Steve.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure even I'd sink so low as to be bribed by Carter. I mean, I'm a man who tried to buy dodgy speakers on the
Steve,
street.
it's a Father Christmas with some jelly beans.
Is that from? Who's that from?
That's from the lads. Oh well, it's Who's the Daddy Now tour.
Okay.
And I've got some chocolate money.
Right, lovely.
Yeah, some of it French.
Got anything there from the Senseless Things? Or the Wonder Stuff?
No, but we don't know. They don't know what they're doing now.
Yeah.
Carter was alright at the time.
Eh?
Carter was alright.
Carter?
Yeah.
Right.
Do you like Carter?
Not really, no. It's nonsense.
Well, I didn't like him singing about Dagenham all the time, whatever
No.
it was. No, what was it? New Cross.
yeah.
But, some
Good.
funny lyrics.
Have anything
some
else you want to get
puns.
off your chest? What do you make of
No,
the war in
that's it.
Afghanistan? Anything there?
Let's play some songs we like. What have you got lined up?
I've got the song for the ladies, that's coming up in a
Oh,
second.
lovely. Yeah, let's choose a song here and let's have a look.
You
Let's.
like this one here, Ricky.
What? Oh, Radiohead. Just. Brilliant.
Is this Muse?
Radiohead and Just. Off the Bends. No, that's a track.
It's
That's
been a
band.
roller coaster ride of emotions, this show.
Yeah.
It started off, there were some light-hearted anecdotes about you and animals.
Yeah.
It ended up with you sort of spiralling into despair.
Wow.
was
That's
some urinating in the bed
that's
along the
what
way.
a track by Muse can do to a man.
Yeah, well, clearly.
Did I ever react?
But then maybe that's what makes them good. I mean, if music can, create those kind of passions in someone, maybe that's effective. I don't know.
Well, you've made me think again. I
Well, it's
love
sort of,
Muse.
it's the punk approach, I suppose.
Yeah.
Anyway, Carl, thanks as ever for pressing the buttons and contributing.
Yeah.
Alright, mate.
Good job. Shame about the Muse.
He won't be getting a 9 for his movie next week.
Where we going?
I think you guys should kiss and make up, maybe
Oh,
naked.
well, that's not Carl's fault.
Go and kiss him.
No, I'm not going to kiss
Oh,
him.
but
I'm
go on,
gonna touch
please
him.
kiss him.
I'm not going to kiss
Go
him. I'm
and
gonna
touch him.
I'm going to touch
Go
him.
and touch him. Should we both go and touch him?
Yes.
Why don't we play a song for the ladies?
touch him.
This week, Drugstore, White Magic for Lovers, beautiful track. And let's just go and kiss and touch Carl. There you go. Take the jumper off.